How was it growing up in the Marion Barry time period when it came to like so many or not federal jobs, but just so many people getting into
DC
jobs
government
and the
job.
job creation? Yep, and DC government jobs.
Well, people can say what they want. What I will say is that Marion Barry, um, the decisions he made that kind of um, knocked him down a peg was more so on a personal side of his life. But when it came to his role as mayor, he always strived to take care of the youth. He made sure we had jobs. We had rec centers to go to. They were free. We didn't now you want your child to go to park and plan and you gotta pay a fee. No, we had free summer programs. I remember having hot lunches in my programs at Plummer Elementary School off of Texas Avenue in Southeast. Our seniors, my mother remained in the District of Columbia. I eventually moved to PG County, but when my mother was living in the district, any assistance she needed, she just about could find it. When I moved her in with me, in the later years of her life, my mom passed at the age of 93. So about at age of 91, she moved in with me. I could not find that one program for my mother to help support her. And I'll never forget calling the Office of Aging in the county, Prince George's County, and the lady told me I was looking for senior care. She said, well, you may as well put your name on the list, and by the time you become of age, they'll probably get to you. And I died laughing, but I said, lady, are you serious? She said, yeah. She said, I don't mean no harm, but I'm serious. There's a waiting list. And it was like 18 months long
My
to get
gosh.
yeah, 18 months long. So Marion Barry, through his years, I heard none of the seniors complain. Anything that they needed, if things weren't going in their favor, they could write his office. There was always someone responding. So even though we had some difficulties, we had the crack era come through DC and stuff like that. But I will say that is a different story for another time. And I think that was very intentional to destroy us. But as far as Marion Barry is concerned, he cared for his community and he lived in his community. And I don't recall a time of hearing any of my elders say that they were left stranded.
Wow. And to think of how Marion Barry one, I think Marion Barry was definitely set up when it came to trying to take him down, and things like that, as well. But even how you had Marion Barry, even in his while he served as mayor, was just taking care of so many residents, older people, younger people, all that. And to think of how politicians are now, especially in DC, and seeing the way Muriel Bowser is, or here in Prince George's County, or all throughout Maryland, that I feel like politics just doesn't compare to how it used to be back in the day. People actually cared about the people they represent, and then now you see it's almost as like it is the people who need to basically service the politicians rather than the other way around, where the politicians are servicing the community. So you
And we had
you
manpower, and he read citizens returning home from incarceration. He tried to strive for those brothers to be able to find employment. There were tough times, but they were good times because you had a mayor that actually genuinely cared about what his community needed and stood for.
That's amazing. I wish we could have that now, but unfortunately, hopefully we can get back to that time when we had it, when we have that.